What's going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another episode of Breakfast with Perkins. I am, of course, your host, Perkins. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a great day. Hope everyone's having a great Monday. Hope your weekend was phenomenal. I'm full of chicken quesadillas right now. Just went up to old Habaneros up the road. Packed a few on and feeling pretty good. First off, let me give a quick shout out to Max Verstappen and Checo Perez. On their win. Well, Max Verstappen got first place. Perez got third. Lando Norris got second on McLaren for F1, so that's awesome. Of course, Max clutched the sprint in China, and he won the race, so that's good. But shout out to Red Bull, fucking killing it, as always. You know what I don't understand is, okay, so Red Bull, for those who don't know, Red Bull's the only team, I believe, who's got two F1 teams. They have Red Bull, then they have AlphaTauri. AlphaTauri, it's not called AlphaTauri anymore. It's called some other bullshit that I'm not going to call it. I don't even know what it is. It's fucking stupid, though. But you have two teams. Red Bull, obviously, dominating with two of the best drivers. Well, the best driver, and then one of the other best drivers in the league. Is that what you call it? A league? Racing league? In the league right now. And then you have AlphaTauri, which is Yuki Tsunoda and Daniel Ricciardo. And I love Yuki Tsunoda. I love Daniel Ricciardo. But this team just does not put out. Like, they do not. They're just not. I don't know what the deal is. And it's crazy, too, because you have two of the same teams. But you can't use. I forget what the specifics are. But obviously, this is two different teams. You've got to use two different types of budgets. You've got to use two different types of research and development. If that was the case, if you could just use the Red Bull cars for AlphaTauri would be. I mean, to be fair, you got to have good racing know-how and skill to be able to, like, yeah, Max Verstappen's car is fast, but he's also a fucking sane driver. So, those two put together. So, I don't know. I mean, Daniel Ricciardo's not bad, and Yuki Tsunoda's not bad, but they're just not, they both got did not finishes last week. Or not last week, wow, yesterday, Jesus Christ. So, it's just an interesting thing, but, you know, two Red Bull teams, can't go wrong. And I love Daniel Ricciardo. He's been around forever, and he's always so happy and all that shit. So that's good. I wanted to talk more about Fallout today. So last week's show, I was talking about how I still had half of 7 and then 8 left. There's 8 episodes to the season. I finished those yesterday, and holy fuck. That is a phenomenal show. Episode 8, I think, was probably my favorite one because there was so many twists and turns, especially that last half hour of the show. It was insane. There's a mission a quest in Fallout 4, which I'm going to spoil Fallout 4 for you. Not the show, but 4. If you haven't played Fallout 4 yet, what the fuck are you doing? Get out from underneath the rock and go play some fucking games. There's a mission where you have to go, I believe it's the Washington Monument. No, it's not the Washington Monument. Is it it's not the Washington. It's some type of monument. And you have to go there, and it's like Raiders, Institute people, and Brotherhood of Steel. And it's just this chaotic mess. But it's so fun because there's just lasers going everywhere and all types of crazy shit. There's a scene in the last probably 10 minutes of episode 8 of Fallout that is very reminiscent of that. And it is amazing. I won't give any spoilers, but it is chaotic. And then I can confirm last week, I didn't know whether or not it was New Vegas that they had showed because I hadn't seen it, but I had heard. It is New Vegas that they do show at the end of season 8, which is fucking insane. I don't think there's any spoilers there. I mean, if you've played the games, you already know about New Vegas, and if you've never seen the show, but are going to watch the show, then you don't even know what fucking New Vegas is anyway, so it doesn't matter. But it is New Vegas at the end of that, which is pretty cool, and if we could get a fleshed out version of Mr. House, that would be really cool. I thought he was amazing in New Vegas. I loved just his presence. Like, you have this chaoticness of the strip, and then you got Mr. House, who's just, he's that guy. There are plenty of twists and turns, like I said, in that last 15 to 20 minutes of episode 8. A lot of shit I wasn't expecting, even as a seasoned person into Fallout and the universe. I just was not expecting half that shit to go on in there. Which begs the question, though. I've been seeing a lot of reports of, I guess, Fallout, I don't know when Fallout came out. Hold on, when did Fallout come out? When did Fallout 4 release?
Fallout 4's initial release date is November 10th, 2015.
Okay, so November 10th, 2015. So we're creeping up on, that's a 9-year-old game. 9-year-old game, which is crazy, and it's back up on the top sellers list. It's crazy for the reason because, obviously, if you've already purchased the game, once you purchase a game, whether it be on the Xbox Store, whether it be on Steam, what have you, once you purchase the game, it's yours. If you delete it even, reinstall it and you're good to go. The fact that it's back on the top sellers list means there's people that have never played a Fallout game before playing these games. And that to me is insane. It's fun to hear from a gamer standpoint because I'm a gamer. I love Fallout and I love Bethesda. So it's fun to see this game it's been out for a decade make this resurgence and getting a lot of people turned on to it. So now you got Fallout 4, which is back on the top sellers list. Fallout New Vegas, which is, I think, probably the best one. Only because I love Vegas. And then Fallout 3 is back up on that list too. And I just find that amazing. I love that. I absolutely love it. But people have been saying, and friends of mine, should we play? Is it too late to play? Is it something I would need backstory on? Can I watch the show without having played the game? This, that, and the other. And I will say, watch the show, regardless, if you've played the game or not. It's in the Fallout world, but you don't need to know anything going on in order to understand the show. Yeah, it's cool to see, Pip-Boy, or, they're doing Jet, but you don't need to know. Like I said last week, you don't have to know the entire universe to understand what's going on in the show. As far as playing the games have been out. 4's been out since 2015, obviously New Vegas and Fallout 3 even longer than that. I would say get it. There should be no hesitation for you to get those games. 1, because they're phenomenal. All of them are good. 3's a bit dated. A lot of people love 3 more than the other ones. But 3's a little dated. New Vegas is a little dated, but still very playable. And then Fallout 4 is fucking great just because it's the newest one and it's not really dated at all. There's been tons of updates. There's DLC. I know that consoles are getting a current gen upgrade, which I think allows either it's like 60 frames a second or 4K at like 30 or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what it was exactly, but it's getting that update, which is nice. And not to mention the price. So as I said last week, I have Fallout on 3 of the Xboxes over there and over here. Now, when I bought it again for Steam, $5. $5. It came with the game, base game, and all the DLCs. $5 I paid full price for all of them and would happily do it again. Zero hesitation. Would pay full price for not only just the game but the DLCs too. The fact that you can get everything for $5, that's a no-brainer. And then on top of that, you have essentially limitless playability. Because you're going to finish it one time, then you're going to want to play again, and there's different ways that you can play through, and then there's different endings for those ways you can play through. So like you could side with the Institute, you could side with the Railroad, you could side with the Brotherhood of Steel, you could side with, did I say the Railroad? I said the Railroad. What's the Minutemen? All this shit like that. You can do, there's ways and means of going about it. There's different speech checks that you could do on a new playthrough. There's all this shit, and that's just the base vanilla game. Now you want to talk about mods. The consoles have mods. They're not as in depth as PC mods, but the consoles have plenty of mods. Plenty of story mods, plenty of gameplay mods, plenty of settlement mods, plenty of all types of mods to just make the bang for your buck even more, of a bang for its buck. Not to mention you get on PC and it's just fucking limitless. The amount of mods you can do, all this stuff like that. And it's crazy because I've played Fallout a shit ton. And so on here, I'm playing it, high FPS, all this good stuff like that, high quality, and it feels like a different game completely. Even though I've played the game plenty of times already on consoles, playing it on here with, no frame cap, whatever it is, it feels like a completely different game, and it's super fun. And they just, I don't know if they just, actually, it doesn't matter. I'm not even going to get into that. It doesn't even fucking matter. But I would say for $5, even if you had to pay $20, as I said, I would pay full price again for all of the DLC and all of the game because it was really fun. But even if you pay $20 for all of it, that's worth it in and of itself. I don't think you would regret spending $20 on the base game with all the DLC and stuff like that. So I would highly, highly, highly advise to buy it. You're going to get many, many hours of gameplay and fun and replayability out of this game. I would highly advise if you haven't already. From what it seems like, though, people are doing that. Because, again, it's on the top sellers list after a decade, which is crazy. So, shout out to Fallout. They've already greenlit Season 2, which is great. And, very, very, makes me very happy to see, as a gamer, seeing a game and everyone accepting it. So, I'm waffling on at that point, but I'll move on. Do you guys remember... I remember these when I was skating as a kid. Those Sour Punch candies. Those have got to be the most underrated candy ever. Just pure sugar. Just pure diabetes, which is fine. It's fine. I remember going skating, skating my ass off, then going to the concession kind of... Yeah, can I get the Sour Punches, please? And then just eating those. Downing a Mountain Dew. Try to eat. Oh man, I miss skating. Gotta need to get back into it. But I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. They weren't thinking. What the fuck they were thinking, we'll get to that later.
No, I don't know what the fuck she was thinking. We'll get to that later.
Sour Punches are it's a really good candy. You remember another candy that was really fucking good was Butterfinger BBs.
Crispity crunchity Butterfinger BBs from Nestle.
Well, I don't see that quote anywhere. Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger BBs.
Oh my god. The 90s had a bunch of, not the 90s, but like the early 2000s and I can say late 90s, early 2000s had a bunch of really cool kind of gimmicky candies that were dope and hot back then, but have kind of gone by the wayside today. It's like Butterfinger BBs, that was one of them. The Citrus Altoids, those were top shelf. They need to bring those back and quit bullshitting. Cream Savers, they brought those back though. Does anyone remember a website called Candy Stand? It was like Nabisco and Oreo and Keebler Elf and all this weird shit, but it was like games, like miniature golf and ice skating and all this. Didn't you ever play that? It was they also had a site called Nabisco World, I think, which was like the same kind of thing, but different games, but the same kind of games. I don't know. Those were really dope. I just miss the PC days. Not the PC days. The days back in the day with like the games. The games were so simple on PC and they were just all that Flash stuff. Do kids even play Flash games anymore? Shockwave. Remember that? I don't know what those are. Those engines or those... I don't know what those are exactly. Again, I'm computer illiterate. But yeah, those were just some really good times. And I also remember the aesthetic of... for some reason, everything was see-through. I don't know. Like, I'm going to go get my Game Boy. I keep it in the shitter. Everything was this right here. Like, the see-through... I don't know if it'll zoom in or not, but everything was like that see-through, everything. Remember those Apple computers and they had different colors? It was like this color, they had a blue, they had a green, they had a yellow, they had a red. Hold on, we're going to turn this on to get a sense of nostalgia really quick. Hold on. Oh, man. That Pokemon intro. I got version blue back here, obviously. Oh. God damn, so fucking awesome. I never play it. It just sits there in the bathroom in case I drop my phone in the toilet or something. Like something happens and I gotta play something. There's no shampoo bottles in there, so I can't read those. So I keep that there. Pokemon was great. What a great time. Oh, man. What a dope time to be a kid. And I feel, like I've said this before, I feel like the 90s was the last good generation to be 90s kids into the early 2000s, because we had the Pokemon, we had the stuff, but we still went outside and did bikes, and we did all this fun stuff. You know, go to the duck pond, go to the park, but then we had the Pokemon, we had the trading cards and all the stuff like that. Those were just really fun. And I love Pokemon. Like that, the first number 1 to like 150, whenever Togepi came out, was that 151, 152? Up until that point, I was all about it. And then I don't know if I just grew out of it or I just became over inundated with the amount of Pokemon that were out there. I don't know. But those were a good time. I was a fan, of course, of the magicians. You had Abra, Kadabra, and was it Alakazam? Was that it? And then, of course, the ghosts. Ghastly, Gengar, Haunter, all those guys. And I always thought, like, I thought it was fucked up that Meowth was the only one that could talk. Mewtwo could talk, but he did it, like, in a weird telepathic type of way. Like, his mouth didn't move, but he talked. At least he did in the movie. Oh, you guys remember the Pokemon movie? Stop it. Dude, how about the Pokemon soundtrack? Are you kidding me? Oh, my mom took me to see the Pokemon movie. I was like 7 or something. She fell asleep. I remember it pissed me off because I took offense to it. I was like, bitch, you're fucking falling asleep. This is fucking quality entertainment right here. Now as an adult, I completely understand why she fell asleep. But in the time, I was pissed. Anyone know what the deal is with this whole Drake beef? Drake, J. Cole, and K-Dot? Kendrick Lamar, I don't know what the whole beef's about. Like, I don't know. Like, last I knew, J. Cole's giving props to Kendrick Lamar, and then Drake was like, fuck you guys, and then, I don't know. But I do know that song, was it Push-Ups? Fucking heat. That's a heat-ass song. Great fucking song. That's all I gotta say about that. I did want to say, I also completed Spider-Man, my first playthrough. I probably won't play it again, but my first playthrough, and that is, I can say, the second time a game has ever made me tear up. I'm not talking about like, I'm just saying well up in the eyes. And this is the very end of Spider-Man where he wanted to save his grandma, or not his grandma, his Aunt May, but realized if he saved her, there wouldn't be enough serum for everyone else. So he had to let her die so everyone else could get the serum, whatever. That kind of. I tell you what, the one game that I did get fucked up over on was Red Dead 2. When your alignment, your honor is good, and at the end of the game, the shootout, when you're running from, I almost said the O'Driscolls. That's not it. What's that government agency? It doesn't matter. It's going to come to me when I'm all done with this. When they're chasing you down and your horse gets shot and there's a bunch of gunfire going on and Arthur Morgan goes to the horse and he's like, you did good, girl. And he's like petting her as she's dying. I was like, fuck.
Push, Arthur. Thank you. Arthur!
That's your horse, you know. That horse has been with you for a while, through thick and thin. Man, I'm gonna reinstall Red Dead on here just because. One, I've never played it with mods, and two, I've never played it with the capability of what a PC can do. I mean, I played it on console, played it on the Series X, but never played it on a PC with unlimited capability. So I think I need to. Do that. But did anyone watch the new Hot Ones episodes? The last 2 have been fucking amazing. Last one was Ludacris. Who doesn't love fucking Ludacris? And he killed it, by the way. He was not bullshitting. Before him, though, was Conan O'Brien. Now, I don't know if you guys know anything about Conan O'Brien. Conan O'Brien is my favorite late night host. Hands down. Conan O'Brien number 1, and then Craig Ferguson was below him. And Conan O'Brien he drank the last 4. The bomb and everything on, he would just drink the hot sauce. Like most people usually throw in the towel. They're like, oh shit, the bomb, I can't do it. He was drinking the last dab, drank the last dab, fucking ate the, I was like, yo, that was, if you haven't seen the First We Feast Hot Ones with Conan O'Brien, watch that. He's fucking insane. Then you'll understand why he's my favorite late night host. Let's do a couple questions here just to get the old brain juices flowing here. This one says, what's one question you always wanted an answer to? This is going to sound cliche, but it's true. What is the purpose of life? And I say that because we work, we die. We're not known before we're alive, and once we die, within a couple generations, we're completely forgotten about. But while we're alive, we're working like madmen to get money and live these lives and all stuff like that. But what is the why? If we're just made to live then die, and there's no guarantee of an afterlife or a continuation, the only thing I can think about is if someone believed in reincarnation, that would make what we do here worth a next, or if you believed in religion, you know, and you get the whole thing in heaven, stuff like that, how you live here is how you're going to spend the rest of your days. But if you don't believe that, like I don't, then what's it all for? What's it all? I don't know. It's just really weird. One of those things I don't get. But hey, maybe it's not for me to get. So maybe that's fine. Let's see here. Let's do a pick your poison, and we'll land the plane and wrap it up. Would you rather wear a gimp suit to work or send a nude to everyone in your contacts list? I could do either one of those, to be dead honest with you. The gimp suit would be funny as fuck, and send a nude to everyone in your contacts list. I mean, that wouldn't really hinder me at all. I mean, it's a nude. It's a penis. You've seen that? You know what a penis is? I'd probably wear the gimp suit because that would be really fun. Because I work with a lot of war vets and armed forces vets and stuff like that. All a bunch of older people, and I think it'd be fun to go into work with the ball gag and she go, damn, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, what's up, Jerry? You all right? Oh, it's my gimp suit. Don't worry about it, man. Yeah, what's up? You all right? All right. I think that'd be hilarious, but that's me personally, you know. So anyway, I will land the plane there. I hope you guys have a rest. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Drop a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. Talk shit if you want. Do what you gotta do. But I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys next week.